Hi guys, it's War Nickel Revolution here, just showing off some postcards I got from a estate sale the other day. It's probably about a month ago when I got these, but yeah, I was just trying to focus on different videos, and I didn't actually think I was gonna ever do a video on this topic, but I found these postcards in a bag at an estate sale, and I wanted to get them out of the bag, so I accidentally ripped this off of this one, and I just knew by the look of them that they were pretty old. This whole, I guess, tone of them, the paper that they're on, and the typography on the back. Carte postal. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that one right. Correspondence address. Just like, yeah, just everything about it just appears to be old, really old. I thought about like 1900 and things like that, because the very first antique thing I got into selling actually is I found a bunch of old postcards and a bunch of other things from World War One. So the World War One started in 1914 and ended in 1918, and I just found a bunch of these postcards in with his belongings, and it was like a souvenir from the war, postcards made in France, and they had a similar quality to them. So I thought I would just show you guys these today. Just talk a little bit about where they're from. For example, this one says, I'm not even gonna pronounce that in Spanish because my Spanish is terrible, but it says remember Melilla, and this came out, I believe, in 1929, and it says 20 artistic postcards of Melilla in tono sepia. So that's the kind of tone that they're in. I don't know if this one goes in this book or not, because on the story of me finding these, I found these in a bag. They were tightly in the bag. I tried to get them out to show a friend of mine that was with me. I ended up ripping this one, and I was just gonna end up paying for them. I think they were like $1 or $2 or something like that. And I was like, hey, I broke these when I was downstairs. I'll just pay for the damages. I'm sorry that I broke them. But they're just in a really tight bag, and they're like, you know what, you can keep those for free. And I'm like, oh man, thanks for that. I really didn't think I was going to get these for free. I really didn't even want them that much, because I'm not a postcard collector of any kind, but this was in with those too. It's not like this one, so it's a bit different. That one's cut. This one's colorized. I mean, this one's not colorized, and this one is colorized. So I thought that's a bit different. Still the same kind of scenes as you see in these ones, in these books. But so yeah, this is Memory of Melilla, and then this one is like the same kind of thing. Recuerdo de Messina. It still means the same thing, record or memory of Melilla. And 12 cartelos, or quartoline means 12 postcards. But yeah, I ripped off the front of this. So let's just go into this one first, I guess. You just got a scene of different people dressed how they were back then, around 1900, I believe, or the teens, 19 teens. More Spanish because these are from Spain. I really like this one because it is a old panoramic view, and I don't see a lot of these, but this is the whole city of that time. Wait a second, is this even Spanish? Yeah, I think it is Spanish. But yeah, this is the whole city of that time. Really cool looking, all that old structure, all those old buildings. I believe this, yeah, is around 1900, between 1900 and the 1920s. I would say this is pretty good condition. I'm surprised right here on the folds it's not deteriorating that much considering the age of it. So it must have been folded up like this for a long time. But this one is also a postcard, which I think is quite interesting. This one says Casablanca. I'm going to try to read that or pronounce it. Where you have this nice young girl sitting by this fountain. So that's kind of beautiful. And then you've got arches in the background. I think those are Roman arches, because they just look up for that design, but I'm not sure if they are or not. Those look kind of look like old aqueducts, or maybe just an old structure or building, but that's really cool. Again, still a postcard. I saw these actually selling online for euros, and I can't translate euros that well because I'm not in Europe, I'm in America, so I don't know how much these things are worth, but I think they're really cool, and whoever took these pictures in the back in the day was a really good artist and a really good eye. So this, you can just see different people walking down the street doing their everyday lives. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just going to go through these. Here we've got a shipyard. Some old sailors and shipmen, I guess, working on the boats. We've got old carriages in these, old stagecoaches, so as you can tell that's kind of old. But I actually went to the country of Chile, and they have the same thing. They have carriages riding around, and that was just in 2015 I was in Chile, so this could be any time. I mean, they have stagecoaches, but that could be like any date. But if you look at the back here, you can see the fade lines, like the aging of it. It's aged all the way around. I mean, this is more white, but they're all around the edge. There's like this discoloration. It just speaks of its age. The whole thing does speak of its age, but yeah, I'm not sure how old these are, between 1900 and the 1920s, but there's another carriage, as you can see, next to this building. Also says Casablanca. Got this other one, showing more architecture and ships in the background next to, looks like a river, I think. Another thing about these books is they've got these light tissue paper or guards over the pictures themselves. So someone went to great lengths to see that this was done right. As you can see here, this is a steamship. So that is pretty cool, guys. I forgot this one was in here actually. So you got a steamship there, and then right next to it there's a sailing ship. So both of these were going around on those waters. That's why I'm thinking it's around, you know, the early 1900s, 1920s, because there's steamships, and that's really cool. It's hard to turn these pages because these are things that have probably just been sitting in these books forever. Here's another steamboat with just a bunch of people. Kind of looks like maybe they're going for a ride. It's a tourist or something. But what's really cool about this is there's a guy waving because he knows there's someone taking a picture. So there's a kid waving in this one. There's some people on small rowboats, and then there's some bigger ships, sailing ships in the background. But maybe they're taking this steamship because they're like, well, this is new and different. Let's just take a ride on this. See how this goes. I can imagine myself being like, oh yeah, I want to ride on something new and cool. Here's a picture of, looks like some Greek god statues. So maybe Poseidon up here with his trident. And some people down below looking up to him. But this looks like a fountain to me, and I do believe it is a fountain. But in the background, you had another steamship that has sails on it. So one of the earlier steamships. Up next, we've got more architecture, beautiful architecture. And you got phone lines right here. So yeah, early electricity, early phone lines. So yeah, 19-teens, 20s probably. You got your own little what do you call these, trams, or those cars that run on different lines. You can see all the lines here, and then you can see more of these. I keep blanking on the name of them, but you know what I mean. They're the, I just said it. These phone lines, these electrical lines, just up and around, and different people's style. I like looking at all these different things, all these different factors to try to figure out what year it is. That's probably the most famous thing I like doing when looking at old things like this. Just like how they're made, the pictures themselves, the people in the pictures, how they're dressed, can really paint you a picture of when a time period is, even if it is in a foreign country. So we got more trams in this one. We've got different people and different styles going on. I think I'll make this into 2 separate videos and go over the other ones in a different video, but let's continue. Oh yeah, by the way guys, I think I'm going to do a live stream if you made it this far into the video. I think I'll do a live stream later today on some foreign coins that my grandfather gave me that I haven't gone through ever before. I just kept them in the bag that he gave me them in. Oh, here we've got a nice park with some nice old park benches. A guy, let's try to zoom into that. A guy just, you know, enjoying the park, and then right next to him, there's like this huge statue, which looks to be some guy wearing a helmet. Maybe some kind of like wartime statue. So maybe this is after World War I. I don't know, guys. It looks like this guy's wearing a helmet, things. I guess it could be any war, but you can't read what it says or anything. But this is just an awesome scene, I think. Yeah, up next we've got this more scene with carriages and things, different businesses up and down the street, telephone lines, just old buildings. And for our last one, we've got, oh shoot, see, that's what I mean about like breaking these books. They're easily broken, so I just broke that right there, guys. Just kind of like ripped right through it. Oh my gosh, we got more trams in here. But I didn't mess up the postcards themselves, so I guess that's a good thing. We got a guy riding a bike there. We've got these nice domed side buildings where the corner just comes to this curve. I really like those buildings, the way they look. But yeah, guys, that's that book. Just a piece of history. So we looked at all those ones, and then in the next one, we'll look at this one. So see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and join my live stream later. I think I'll live stream around 6:30. Yep, 6:30 I'll live stream. See you guys. Peace.